Hello and welcome to this training bite on Pecha Kucha. That's one way to say the two words at the top there. They're Japanese, and actually if I was pronouncing them more properly it would be Pecha Kucha. It's a 6-minute 40-second presentation using a form that I think is the best thing since sliced bread. When I first discovered Pecha Kucha a few months ago, it gave me so much food for thought in how I did my presentations and how I might help other people also think about their presentations. This is Mark Dytham and Astrid Klein. They're Tokyo-based architects. They came up with Pecha Kucha in 2003 as a way for local designers to showcase their work. They also had a multimedia performance space they wanted to get used more. Pecha Kucha was born. It's now a worldwide phenomena. Here's a Pecha Kucha night in Bogota. The nights happen at over 80 cities around the world, many of them on a regular monthly basis, with around 12 speakers using the Pecha Kucha format. I first got thinking about and discovering Pecha Kucha through a Facebook group that a client invited me to. It was being set up as a follow-up to a worldwide Train the Trainer event I had helped them organise and run. We were discussing presentations and PowerPoint slideshows in particular. And this guy, Samir Vasta, based in Toronto, who's one of the group, helped me find out more about the Pecha Kucha format. Samir has used it with clients, and he says they tend to like the novelty, conciseness and retention of content that Pecha Kucha tends to give them. There are lots of examples of Pecha Kucha on YouTube. The format lends itself, 6 minutes 40 seconds, a wonderful length of time. 20 slides, plenty of different visual material passing in front of you. And that's the rules really. 20 slides, images primarily, and 20 seconds per slide. The slides move on automatically, so that you have to keep your presentation moving as the slides keep moving forward. It makes for a presentation of exactly 6 minutes 40 seconds. Here's another example. You'll see there's 20 slides here. I found having to use the 20 slide format was a very good discipline. It made me think more like a storyboard. It made me create the narrative and the story. The 20 seconds per slide also made me really focus on what I wanted to say. I've been making presentations for nearly 25 years now, and they don't fill me with dread. But knowing I have 20 seconds per slide makes me focus in a way I hadn't done for years. Now, Pecha Kucha started in Japan, as I said. That's where sushi comes from. But it's also spread not only around the world to over 80 cities, but also into business. Autodesk ran their main sales conference in Las Vegas in March 2007 using Pecha Kucha. Here's me putting together this slideshow. You can see I'm dropping in titles, ideas for the different slides, some potential images, and I was moving things around to get the right flow. It was a really good framework, but I had to practice. Rehearsing is something you tend to get out of the habit of when you're a full-time trainer like me. But rehearsing, even if it was only to a sofa full of teddy bears, was really good practice and discipline. The little blonde guy at the front looked a bit bored. The rest said it was good. Fidel Castro was renowned for his very long speeches. Many lasted over 3 hours. However, he is quoted as saying, "I have reached the conclusion, a bit late perhaps, that speeches should be short." In 2003, the same year that Pecha Kucha was born, Seth Godin wrote his best-selling business book, Purple Cow: Transform Your Business by Being Remarkable. I think Pecha Kucha is a great way to be remarkable and different. Say you're running an internal meeting with your colleagues. You could be remarkable by holding it at the beach like these people. Or you could be remarkable and different and get noticed by doing your presentation using Pecha Kucha. They would thank you for it. 6 minutes 40 seconds only. Think also of the sales pitches, the beauty parades, the responses to big tender documents, and the panels who might judge your presentations when you're going for work. I'm sure they would actually welcome the Pecha Kucha format. It would get you noticed, it would be different, it would keep things short. Conferences and networking events as well would lend themselves very well to this. You've got 6 minutes 40 seconds and then people can actually interact. They can ask you questions. You can get them turning to each other to discuss what you've just said. A buzz is created, like it is at the Pecha Kucha nights. If this has piqued your interest and you want to find out more, there's lots on the web. The Wikipedia entry is particularly thorough, and the blog, noted down the bottom there, has some tips for you in putting together your own Pecha Kucha. Lastly, I want to say some thank yous. Thank you to all these people who gave me permission to use their images in this Pecha Kucha presentation. And thank you to you for taking 6 minutes and 40 seconds out of your life to watch this little video.